So here's what I'm seeing straight up, Gemini. I see that a lot of you Gemini are leveling up on a personal level. I don't even see like a relationship popping off here at all. What I see is you guys celebrating the fact that you are able to recognize the things about yourself that you weren't happy about within yourself. I'm starting to see that you're cutting off things that your intuition is telling you to cut off. You're starting anew. Things that you used to be chained to, things that you used to do, you're not doing those things anymore. And you're being acknowledged for that. This card represents acknowledgement and not earthly acknowledgement. Acknowledgement from the cosmos. And when you get acknowledgement from the cosmos, you best can expect some good karma coming your way. Just follow suit, baby. You ain't got to do nothing except for do you right now. You are exactly where you need to be. Don't feel like you need to be anywhere else. You're making the changes that you want to make in your life. In any areas that you were once selfish in, I see now you're changing that indoctrinated thinking. And I'm starting to see that you're starting to feel healed as a result of the changes that you're making within yourself. Not only are you making changes within yourself, Gemini, what I'm seeing is you're starting to see the things that other people used to do, that you used to do, that you don't do anymore. And it's like turning your stomach and you're like, dude, I can't believe that I used to think that type of behavior was okay. I can't believe that third party situations were cool ever. I can't believe that this sneaky ass bullshit right here was ever okay. Like, I can't even believe that it took me so long to grow out of this immature, I can't believe I let these things have me by the balls. Because the first row shows what you're coming out of. The second row tells me that you are cutting off things that no longer belong in your life so that you can get that acknowledgement from the cosmos. Once you get that acknowledgement from the cosmos, baby, you're going to be in the best relationship scenario. You're going to be in the best work case scenario. You're going to be feeling good about yourself in a way that you never have. I'm telling you, what I'm seeing is growth. I'm seeing growth. And I think that Spirit wanted to just start this reading off just by talking about you, Gemini. You are starting off with growth. Things that you used to do, you don't do them anymore. You're starting to go ahead and check out things that you used to be chained to, things that you used to do that you know are not cool. You are now unchaining yourself to those things, and that's your new beginning. You see? You see how these cards came about? One on top of the other? That's how I do my readings. One on top of the other. I already pull a clarifier right off the bat. So we have the devil energy, right? And the devil energy usually talks about some form of an addiction, some form of something that keeps you bound to some degree. Whether it be a relationship, it could be a substance, it could be anything. This is not me here judging you. This is me sitting here telling you that you are the bomb, Gemini, for doing the work that you're doing right now to start this new beginning. Because this new beginning is within yourself. You're starting a new beginning within yourself. You're starting to know when to turn off that logical aspect and turn on the heart aspect. You're starting to learn when to say, no, I'm not going to let my heart lead. I'm going to let my mind lead in this particular case. It's time for me to be logical. It's not time for me to let my emotions lead in this particular case. You're starting to really know when it's time to give to others and when it's time to say, no, I'm not going to give to you. Because there's a good time to give to others and there's not a good time to give to others. If somebody is selfish as hell with this Four of Pentacles, you're changing your indoctrination, the way you think about people of this caliber. And I also feel that you are starting to value yourself more, a lot more than you did before. I see that by loving yourself more, you're starting to feel better about yourself too with this Temperance card. Because if you notice, this Temperance card has the solar plexus chakra sign on its chest. The solar plexus chakra talks about your feelings. And I feel like you're getting a better handle on your feelings because you are taking the initiative to make changes within yourself that you did not know needed to be made. But it's been initiated and you are cooperating. And to whomever this resonates with, like, mad kudos. Because I'm going to tell you right now, learning to love yourself and learning to be the best version of yourself, that's the hardest damn job you're going to do, but you're doing it. To whomever this is resonating with, I ask that you hit like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell and leave your comments. If you feel as though you want to get a private reading because there's maybe an area that you do feel that you're stuck to still and you want to overcome it, just as you have so many other things, then book your private readings. So let's go into version 2, because I feel like Spirit just wanted the foundation of this reading to start off with you and wanted to let you know that, Gemini, you are doing the work to become the best version of yourself. You're leveling up. You are becoming the version of the individuals that you want to come in contact with. You're going to start meeting some people that are going to network you into like higher positions. Some of you are probably getting promotions. Some of you are getting into new relationships. Some of you are starting to see the finer things in life, going places you never thought you'd go before. Gemini, some of you guys are like realizing that change is very much important. You're changing the way that you think. The things that you used to do and the things that you used to convince yourself that were not that bad or not that big of a deal or did not come with that many strings attached, you're now being completely honest with yourself and saying, I am committing to me and what is going to give me the best outcome. And that's not being selfish. That's called being smart. So congratulations to those Gemini whom this applies to. The next card is the 6 of Cups, the Magician, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, the Lovers. Now we're talking about love. Page of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, the Tower, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, now let me tell you what this is telling me. I feel, Gemini, that because some of you have made the changes that you've made, manifested changes that you wanted to see within yourself, whomever it was that you were in a relationship with before is so used to that person that didn't quite know how to level up the way you're leveling up now, to the point where they don't know how to respond to the new leveled up version of yourself. I hope that made sense. It's creating conflict because they're like, who are you? And it's a real simple answer. I'm a better version of myself. Isn't this what I thought that this would be something that you'd appreciate? I open doors for you now. I cook more. The things that I was lacking in, I'm not lacking in those areas anymore. But guess what? You would be surprised at how many people are so used to lack behavior to where when that person with that lack behavior like bumps up and they graduate, you'd be surprised at how many people get jelly. Why do they get jelly? Because they got comfortable living at the level that you were living at. But you made the decision that you wanted to level up. And whomever that you were in this love relationship with, because the Lover's card is right here, right next to this King of Cups and this King of Pentacles. This tells me that you're able to go ahead and operate. Okay, see, the King of Pentacles is a very grounded individual. This is also known to be the marriage card. You are now learning how to be marriage material, male or female. And guess what? You're actually catching flack for it. And you're like, why? I'm leveling up. Isn't that what you want me to do? And I even get the sense that like there's somebody from your past that you may want to manifest back that is marriage material. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or you're interested in a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And if you are manifesting this person from your past because you know that they are your divine masculine, divine feminine, you're going to get them back. Why? Because you've leveled up. If the relationship ended because you hadn't leveled up in the past and there was too much conflict there, this person may still feel like they have to defend themselves against you based on who you used to be. And I'll be honest with you. I hate it when people like to bring up who I was 5 years ago. Who I was 5 years ago is not who I am today. Believe it or not, all my subscribers know. I'll roast you in a minute, but trust me, I am still not that girl that I was 5 years ago. At least I'll stop with what I have to say. Let's just put it like that. I've come a long way. I'm talking to a lot of Geminis who have come a long way. You're going to manifest what you worked on manifesting. This person is going to come back into your life. I see that you may even be like trying to contact this person or like trying to like get into this person's head, into their mind and getting them to consider you back. Or if that's not you, guess what? They want to know if you're actually as perfect as they are seeing you to be. And they're having some like internal conflict about the fact that they're seeing a different version of you. Let's keep going. So then we get this Knight of Cups, this 10 of Swords, this 10 of Cups, this 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, this 2 of Cups, this 7 of Pentacles, and then this 2 of Wands. Whenever I see this 2 of Wands, this tells me that with whatever, this means get your passports out. You want to see the picture and why I say that? This person has the world in their hands, and they have a rod in their hand because they're getting ready to take some actions in the world that are getting ready to take them to a different place. Some of you may feel a little conflicted about what is going to bring you the level of happiness that you're looking for. I see that some of you are starting a new business, and it may not be giving you the level of satisfaction that you want right now, but I see you guys sticking with it. Because I think that one of the things that you learn by leveling up is that sticking with anything is what's going to give you that return. And for those of you who are married, I get the sense that you are taking a different approach with the way that you are going into your marriage. And I think that a lot of you Gemini who are married, you are happily married, or you're happily married, it's going to be even happier. For those of you who want to get married, because of your new way of thinking, you're going to get into a soulmate union, and you'll be surprised at how many soulmate unions are turning into these lovers unions, turning into these divine masculine and divine feminine unions. Some of you are moving on, though. Some of you are moving on from soulmate unions and going into something a little bit more serious because you are no longer into playing games with people who like to backstab, people who like to talk about your business to other people and things of that nature, too. I'm seeing that as well. You are no longer going to play that game with people. People who swear that they love you and then they turn around and tell all your business to whomever will listen. Okay? Because like I said, Gemini, you guys are being real sensitive right now with regards to what you're seeing in other people because you've been there. You've done that. You'd be surprised at how many people are oblivious to this type of stuff, but you are oblivious to nothing, Gemini, right now. You are very sensitive to energy right now. You are the empath of all empaths right now. Look up what an empath is right now. I wouldn't even be surprised if a lot of you can't even go to the grocery store right now because you see how some people can be so selfish and how some people can just tolerate such shitty behavior from other people in public, and like these things are starting to like bother you, you know? Because I'm seeing that you're starting to see the world from a completely different perspective. It's like opened up for you in a huge way, and that is how you learn. That is how you get to where you're going. You're going to get there because you ain't going to give up as easy as you used to give up before. Not in your marriage, not in your business, not in anything. You have leveled up in a way that I'm loving what I'm seeing. You're not going to put up with no more betrayal. You're moving on from anything and everything that has betrayal's name on it. Anything that's going to give you a short harvest, you're going to take a different approach. Congratulations. Let's close you up, baby. It's because of the sacrifices that you made. It was because of all the time that you spent alone. You know what I'm saying? It was because you chose to go in a direction. You took that move. You made that move. You made that action. You took that action to say, I'll be single for a little while so I could get to know me better than I could get to know anybody else. This is not going to resonate with everybody. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate, this is not your reading. This is resonating with somebody. This is resonating with some of my Geminis. Some of my Geminis know exactly what I'm talking about because I'm here too as a Gemini rising. There are some areas I still need to fix, but I have leveled up in so many other areas just simply by making moves that I thought I would never be able to make. You know, I was once in a relationship straight up. It was unfair. It was unfair. I never thought that I'd ever be able to leave the relationship. It needed to be left. Now, we may get back together, but both of us are going to have to level up before we do that. And that's where we are at. We're in the process of leveling up. And by the time we level up, we'll decide if we want to get back together or not. But it's not about each other right now. It's about us right now. It's about, see, what I'm doing right now, it's about me. The person that I left, what they're doing right now, it's about them. Because that person knows, just like I know, that when we get back together, things have to be a lot more solid than what they were before. There was no infidelity. There was none of that. I thought there was, but there wasn't. But when you're doing things that give that impression, you might as well get ready to be accused of it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think, Gemini, you guys are starting to be so much more happier with the choices that you're making. And I think your level of confidence, because of the rewards that you are reaping due to your own efforts and due to your own level of growth, I think that it's starting to open up a whole new happy in you because you took the road less traveled. It is not easy to do what you did. And it took you always getting the short harvest when it came to whatever it was that you were doing. When you were working with other people, you were always getting the short end of the stick. People were not acknowledging you for your efforts. Now they can't help but acknowledge you for your efforts because of that big ass mountain that you climbed to get to where you are. Congratulations, Gemini, who can resonate with this reading. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this reading is not for the faint of heart, and you made some moves that were mature as hell. Your next move, if you keep moving at this rate, your ass going to be the emperor in a minute, and you're going to be really responsible for some real shit. But you can handle it. And you're going to be proud of yourself for doing it because you don't mind being single. You're gonna operate the same damn way if you're single or if you're not, because you realize that happiness comes from within. You know, when you say that to people, sometimes you say that to people and people are like, "What? Happiness comes from within? What does that mean?" It just what I said. It comes from within. You can't expect somebody else to come into your life and make you happy. And even if they do betray you and backstab you, when you're able to say, "You know what? You betrayed me. You backstabbed me. But guess what? Love is stronger than pride. I still love you. Now I need to know that you know what you did is wrong and that you're not going to do that again. And we need to separate for a little while so that I can see that you miss me enough and know what I'm bringing to the table and that you're not going to repeat this type of behavior." That might be why that Six of Cups popped up too. Because maybe you realized the conflict in the relationship because you realized that the person that you were with was not trying to level up the way that you leveled up. This could be a vice versa reading as well. However, I have to assume that I'm doing a reading for Gemini. Gemini, congratulations. Continue to do what you're doing. Move away from what no longer serves you. Continue to make the sacrifices that you need to make so that you can be the best version of yourself. You are now looking very attractive right now to the opposite sex. I see that. You are looking like marriage material to whichever partner you present yourself to. They would be very lucky to have you based on your mindset right now. And if you keep it that way and you continue to graduate every year, every 6 months, and you make that effort to go ahead and take that strenuous journey, right? Because this right here talks about that strenuous journey. You're turning your back to what was once familiar, and you know that once you get over those mountains, they're in the distance. Like, I mean, you took that desert walk. You knew it was going to be dry, and you hoped that water on that pouch on your shoulder was going to sustain you enough for you to get to the other side, because you know on the other side is paradise. Some of you made it there. Some of you are so close you can smell the air. Congratulations, Gemini. That did not come easily. That is why you have so many options. And I feel like some of these options in love are people that are overseas. Overseas. Some of these options in love are overseas for some of you. Not all of you, but for some of you. And some of you are a little conflicted about that because, you know, overseas relationships are not always easy. You want to be in the arms of the person that you love. But I feel like this person gives you a very healthy level of happiness. It doesn't come with any codependency or anything like that. The only thing that's, you know, conflicting about it is the fact that you're not able to be around this person as often as you would. However, that's going to change very soon because you're putting in the work to be able to get whatever it is that you want, Gemini. Whatever it is that you want, it is right there at your doorstep because you did the work.